I have three great passions in life: movies, music, and sports. So today I decided to put together a top 10 classic sports films of all time. Now by classic, I generalize that as pre-1984. Let's get right to the list. At number 10, Horse Feathers.
And I say to you, gentlemen, that this college is a failure. The trouble is we're neglecting football for education.
Exactly. The professor is right.
Oh, I'm right, am I? Well, I'm not right. I'm wrong. I just said that to test you. Now I know where I'm at. I'm dealing with a couple of snakes. What I meant to say was that there's too much football and not enough education.
That's what I think.
Oh, you do you? Well, you're wrong again. If there was a snake here, I'd apologize. Where would this college be without football? Have we got a stadium?
Yes?
Have we got a college?
Yes?
Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
But Professor, where will the students sleep?
Where they always sleep, in the classroom.
Horse Feathers is directed by Norman McLeod and produced by Paramount Pictures in 1932. It stars the Marx Brothers: Groucho, Harpo, Chico, Zeppo. It also has Thelma Todd and David Landau. Now, this film isn't as famous as Duck Soup or A Night at the Opera, but I think that's probably because it doesn't have as much singing and dances as those movies do. This one at least has a little story to it.
I'm Professor Wagstaff of Huxley College.
That means nothing to me.
Well, it doesn't mean anything to me either. I'll try it over again. I'm Professor Huxley of Wagstaff College.
Well, you didn't stay at the other college very long.
You're heading for a break now. Why don't you pull yourself to pieces?
I'll talk it over with my partner.
Now, Groucho's really good as the incompetent and perpetually horny Professor Wagstaff at Huxley College. Plus, their brothers, who are mistaken for professional ringers, Chico and Harpo, are at their best. If you're a Marx Brothers fan or you're a fan of just old Hollywood classic comedy, you'll really like the setup here. Plus, you'll get a treat when you actually watch the last scene, which is a crazy football game that gives you a little insight of how football was played back in the 30s. At number 9 on my list is The Longest Yard.
Blue! 28! Sit! Hut!
He broke my fucking nose! You bastard! You broke my fucking nose!
Calm down, Samson. Calm down. I'm gonna fix it for you, all right?
Hey, I don't want to play this game. He broke my nose.
I'm gonna fix it, okay? Here we go.
How does it look?
Oh, it looks 100% better, doesn't it?
100%?
Oh, yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Yo, he did that on purpose.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
The first time I saw The Longest Yard, I was probably about 10 years old. And I could remember the thing about it that stuck out to me was the guards playing the prisoners in football. That was crazy. Now, Burt Reynolds plays Paul Crewe, and he's not a great guy in the beginning of this movie, let's face it. He's getting arrested for beating a woman, being drunk and disorderly, stealing a car, resisting arrest, so of course, naturally, he's going to be thrown in prison. Well, the warden, played by Eddie Albert, knows that this is a famous guy who actually was on the verge of becoming a famous football player, but now he got himself in trouble. So Eddie Albert kind of gets into his ego and suggests a game, a friendly game between the guards and the prisoners. Well, Burt Reynolds is all up for that. So he gathers up his forces, and what we have is one of the greatest football games in movie history. Next on my list at number 8 is Pat and Mike.
All the parts are the same.
Mrs. Remender, if you could possibly lift the needle from that long-playing phonograph you keep in your face.
Why, phonograph?
Watch this. Will you excuse me? You know what you can do with your gluteal muscle? Give it away for Christmas.
Pat and Mike was directed by George Cukor and produced by MGM in 1952. Now, there's two things about this movie I really like a lot. First of all, it's the excellent chemistry between Hepburn and Tracy. Of course, they've had it for years.
What happened when you got there?
Well, the first thing, I disengaged this fellow.
How?
Well, sort of like, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Let go of me! Let go of me! What am I around here? I'm gonna kill someone around here. Am I a sack of potatoes around here or something?
And what were you doing all this time?
Just what I'm doing now.
Nothing?
What else was there to do? All right, lay down, lay down.
Gladly. On my back or what?
On your what? If I hurt you, just yell out.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
I don't think you've ever been properly handled.
That's right. Not even by myself.
I think the other cool part about this movie, it actually has a lot of women athletes in it. And you didn't really see that a lot in the 50s. So maybe that was kind of like some of the parts about it that made me like it. Next on the list at number 7, we have the Bad News Bears.
When I say your name, step forward and tell me what position you want to play. Rudy Stein.
Pitcher. Can I play pitcher?
Sure. Reggie Tower.
My
father said for me to play in the
infield.
Mr. Buttermaker, but I'm on your team. Yes, last year you really pitching on him. I was playing baseball for the Tower. For the first
My dad's
time.
been a Yankee fan all his life, and he never heard of no Buttermaker who ever played for the Yankees. Let alone pitch to no hitter.
All right, I don't know who the hell you are, but sit down and shut
Can I
up.
play second or third base?
You can play second or third, whatever you want.
I don't
Forget about the glasses. All right, guys, let's get one thing straight. It's true I was a heck of a ball player when I played, but I never pitched for the Yankees. As a matter of fact,
you never played in the major leagues, but you did pitch for Phoenix in the minors. In 1951, you won 9 games, lost 6, had 170 strikeouts, and had an ERA of 2.86.
good work, kid. Ahmad Abdul Rahim.
Ahmad Abdul Rahim, yeah.
What position you want to play?
I want to switch it like my big brothers, and I want to play where Hank Aaron played. Right field. Aaron played right field. In right field. He also played quite a few games on second base, too. In second base,
Mike Engelberg.
My dad thinks I should try out for catcher. Engelberg's invaluable. He can play third and short at the same time. Keep it up, Whitewood, if you want to get kung fu. Shut up, Tubbs.
Timmy Luppus. All right. Timmy Luppus.
Lupus.
God, does that booger eating spaz make me want to puke?
Well, what do you want to play, Luppus?
Lupus. He's shy, Coach.
Shy my butt, he's an idiot.
Shut up, Tanner. He's just kind of quiet. I was about to say that Timmy and I could do a fine job showing right field.
All right, let's not talk anymore about it. Everybody out on the field and take any position you want. Figure out where you play later.
Starring Walter Matthau, Tatum O'Neal, and Vic Morrow. It's directed by Michael Ritchie and was produced in 1976 by Paramount Pictures. Now, this movie holds a special place in my heart because actually at the time this movie came out, I was literally playing Little League Baseball. So everything about this movie made sense to me. Everything about this movie actually was relatable.
There's chocolate all over this ball.
Look, Mr. Buttermaker, quit bugging me about my food. People are always bugging me about it. My shrink says that's why I'm so fat. So you're not doing me any good, so let's quit it.
Okay.
It's got great comedy, great lines, Walter Matthau is great, and it's a great family movie.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
Next up at number 6, The Pride of the Yankees.
Gehrig visibly impressed with all this demonstration of affection. Postmaster General of the United States, Jim Farley. Farley walks over and shakes Gehrig's hand. Gehrig again trying to manage a smile. Now Babe Ruth, the Sultan of Squat. Babe talks into the microphone. Babe is the man who appreciated Lou Gehrig in the batting order. Number 3 and number 4. Babe Ruth walks over, puts his arms around Gehrig's shoulders, and here they are. The heart of the murderers row of the New York Yankees. Gehrig still with his eyes down on the ground. Now manager Joe McCarthy addresses some remarks which draw even applause from the boys themselves. McCarthy walks over to Gehrig, puts his hand affectionately on his shoulder, starts leading Lou Gehrig over towards a whole galaxy of microphones.
This is a movie that's directed by Sam Wood and produced by RKO Pictures in 1942. It stars Gary Cooper, Teresa Wright, Babe Ruth, Walter Brennan, and Dan Duryea. Now, in my opinion, this is probably one of Gary Cooper's best acting jobs. Now, he got an Oscar for Sergeant York, which he totally deserved, but he probably should have gotten a little bit more recognition for the way he actually portrayed Lou Gehrig in this story. And that's what this is about. It's a story about Lou Gehrig's career growing up and how he finally came to have to retire from the Yankees because of what we now know is that horrible disease, ALS.
People all say that I've had a bad break. But today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Next on the list at number 5 is Slapshot.
Hi, Jim Carr again. Dennis, I know that some in our audience don't know the finer points of hockey. Could you tell them, for example, what is icing?
Well, icing happen when the puck come down, bang, you know, before the other guys. Nobody there, you know. My arm comes out, then the game stop, then start up.
I see. What is high sticking?
High sticking happen when the guy take the stick, you know, when he go like that. You know, you don't do that.
You don't do that?
Oh, no, never, never.
Why not?
Against the rules. You know, you're stupid when you do that. Just some English pig with no brain
Dennis,
at all, you know.
What is slashing?
Slashing is like that, you know.
And there's a penalty for that?
Yeah, and for a trip also, you know, like that, and for hook like this, and for spear, you know, like that. All bad.
Bad.
You do that, you go to the box, you know, 2 minutes by yourself, and you feel shame, you know, and then you get free.
It stars Paul Newman, Strother Martin, Michael Onkian, and Jennifer Warren. Now, if I mention the Hanson brothers to anybody who knows hockey, they immediately refer to Slapshot, and they get it.
Okay, guys, show us what you got.
Let's go, guys!
Old-time hockey?
Piss on old-time hockey! You're blowing it! Boys, every scout in the NHL is out there tonight with contracts in their pocket, and they're looking for talent, for winners. Oh, my years of publicity, all the fashion shows, radio thugs for nothing. They come here tonight to scout the Chiefs, the toughest team in the Federal League. Not this bunch of pussies.
It's great watching, great fun, great quotable lines, and probably one of the best sports movies of all time.
Scouts?
Coming in at number 4 on my list, National Velvet.
Thought I'd lose my way, huh?
Oh, you could. You're a stranger.
Not to the ways of a woman.
My, am I deceitful?
Why didn't you say you wanted to come out here to make a call on a horse?
My, what have horses ever done to you?
Nothing.
But there's got to be a reason.
All right, so I took a spill once. You'd hate him, too, without reason if you had any sense. What's a horse? An animal that earns his keep by breaking his back. I'm a horse, and I'll be one till I use my head again.
Again? Thank you, Mike.
It stars Mickey Rooney, a very young Elizabeth Taylor and Angela Lansbury, and Anne Revere, who won a Best Supporting Actress award for her portrayal as Velvet's mom. Elizabeth Taylor and Angela Lansbury were very young, and in fact, this is the movie that made Elizabeth Taylor a star. Now, National Velvet is a treasure. It's actually one of the enduring classics from MGM. It came out during the close of the World War II era. If I were to put it in one sentence, I'd probably say this is kind of like a Rocky for horses. The horse I'm talking about is Pie. That's short for pirate. Now, I don't know much about steeplechases. I don't know much about horses and jumping and all that. But I do know this. While watching this movie, I found it very simple, very easy to watch. It didn't matter that I didn't know about horses. I loved the entire movie, and I think you will too. At number 3 on my list, Chariots of Fire. This was the Best Picture winner of 1981, and it's a great film. Now, it's a little bit slow, I will say this, but it's a very inspirational story about two men on the British track team of the 1924 Olympics. The will to overcome your difficulties, the will to overcome the things that hold us back, whether it be religion, whether it be thoughts, whether it be self-doubt, whatever it is. This is what makes Chariot of Fire, I think, such a great movie. It's written well, the cinematography is beautiful, the story is very concrete, and it talks to what people really cared about back in the 1920s, which in fact, we will find this, 100 years later, people still feel the same way about certain things. I think Chariots of Fire is probably in most people's list of top 50 movies, period, sports or otherwise. Up next, at number 2 on my list of top 10 classic sports films, Rocky. This movie stars Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Carl Weathers, and Burgess Meredith. Now, if you think Stallone only made bombs in his life, you're wrong, okay? This is probably one of the best movies, and probably in a lot of people's top 5 best movie of all time.
Hold it, Rock, will you? You drive me crazy. You're so sloppy because you're off balance. Let's try this. Now take this string, tie it to both ankles, leave about 2 feet of slack.
I ain't never had good footwork.
Never mind footwork. Now you're all balanced. Now, Marcian had the same problem, and this string cured it. Is the idea that if you can move and you can hit without breaking the string, you got balance. You become a very dangerous person. You follow?
Okay. We're looking good, Rock.
Thanks.
Let's go. That's it. That's it. Underneath it.
Rock,
What?
how about you give us your autograph?
Get out of here! Don't you ever interrupt me while I'm conducting business. Move your little chicken asses out. Listen, kid, you lay off that pet shop date. Women weaken legs.
Okay, okay? It's that good. It literally won Best Picture. That should tell you. The story is about Rocky Balboa, a boxer who once had a glorious future, but he's now fighting for pennies and gyms around town. Then out of the blue, he gets a chance to fight the heavyweight champ, Apollo Creed, played by Carl Weathers. R.I.P. Carl Weathers.
Hey, Happy.
Rocky's a terrific film in every aspect. The acting is amazing. The writing is amazing. It's so good. And you would never think Stallone would have had this in him, but he did. And even his acting was really good.
Get you. You 10 years to come to my house. Huh? What's the matter? You don't like my house? My house stink? That's right, it stinks!
I ain't asked no favors from you. Don't slum around me.
Talk about your pride.
What about my pride, Mick? At least you had a pride. I ain't had no pride. I ain't had nothing. Legs are going, everything is going. No one's getting them nothing. Guy comes up, offers me a fight. Big deal. Want to fight the fight? Yeah, I'll fight the big fight. I wouldn't want to fight that big fight. Who's gonna happen to me? I want to get that. I want to get that. And you want to be ringside and see it? Do you? You want to help me out? Huh? Do you want to see me get my face kicked in? Legs ain't working. Nothing's working. They go on, fight the champ. Yeah, I'll fight him.
My face kicked in.
You come around here, you want to move in here with me? Come on here, it's a nice house. Real nice, come on in and move. It stinks. This whole place stinks. Want to help me out? Well, help me out. Come on, help me out, I'm standing there.
If you haven't seen Rocky, I don't know, you must be living in a hole somewhere. Do yourself a favor, if you've never seen it, screw Rocky 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Creed 11, 12, 15, 20. Watch the original and you'll see what I mean.
Well, you heard him, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't do it. That's my friend. He's everything. He's your friend. You're breaking the jack. Come on, let's go, buddy. Come on.
Molly?
Adrian!
Rocky!
Adrian!
Rocky!
Hey, where's your hat?
I love you!
I love you.
And coming in at number 1 on my list of top 10 classic sports films, Raging Bull.
Right to the head, a hard left hand to the body, and Robinson is driven out of the ring for the first knockdown of his career. This is the nearest Robinson has been to a loss. The fight nears its end. LaMotta has taken charge of the fight. The undefeated Sugar Ray. His winning ways are in jeopardy. LaMotta coming at him again. LaMotta painting left hand.
After 10 rounds, Judge Rossi, 8-2, LaMotta. Judge Murphy, 7-3, LaMotta.
Produced in 1980 by United Artists and directed by Martin Scorsese, this movie stars Robert De Niro, Kathy Moriarty, and Joe Pesci. In fact, it's the first film Pesci and De Niro worked on together. De Niro won a Best Actor Academy Award for this role, and it's no wonder he did. The dude brought it, okay? He gained 60 pounds to play Jake LaMotta. His physical transformation's on par with any great screen makeover that you will ever see. Even Joe Pesci had to lose weight for his role of Joey.
I mean, I don't understand. What do you mean kill you?
Me? Kill me? Start here. Kill me first. Do me a fucking favor. Because you're driving me crazy. You're a killer. You're a big shot. Just kill. You're a killer.
Excuse me, what do you mean by you, though?
So? What does that mean? Don't mean nothing.
Even you don't even know what you meant by you.
Don't mean nothing.
Joey, that meant something. You mentioned Tommy, you mentioned Salvi, you mentioned you. You included you with them. You could have said anybody, but you said you and them.
You really let this girl ruin your life. Look at you. She really did some job on you. You know how fucking nuts you are? Look what she did to you.
You fucked my wife.
What?
You fucked my wife.
How could you ask me a question like that? How could you ask me? I'm your brother. You ask me that? Where do you get your balls big enough to ask me that?
Raging Bull is in my top 5 movies of all time, sports or not. This movie is that good. The cinematography, the fact it was shot in black and white, the acting is amazing. When you put all 3 of those elements together, the cinematography, the acting, and the story, you have perhaps one of the best films ever made, and definitely one of the most important films that Scorsese had ever done in his career.
Why are you doing? Why? You're so stupid. You're so stupid. So fucking stupid. You're so stupid. You're gonna be an animal. I'm not an animal. I'm not an animal. Oh, you wanna treat me like this? I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
With every other top 10 list, there's always honorable mentions, and in this case, I have 3. The first one's going to be The Hustler. It's a 1961 movie produced by 20th Century Fox and directed by Robert Rosen. It stars Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason, George C. Scott. Now, let me tell you something. This movie was a powerhouse movie. In fact, it was up for Best Picture in 1961, and Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason, and George C. Scott all got nominated. None won, but they all got nominated for either Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor. This is a great movie. In a technical way, it doesn't make the list because some people consider pool playing a game more than a sport. So just on that technicality alone, it's off the list, but believe me, this is a great movie worth seeing. The next one on the list is Caddyshack, a 1980s Warner Brothers production directed by Harold Ramis. This movie stars Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Roger Dangerfield, and Ted Knight. It's a great one. It's a classic. Everybody knows this movie. And most people are going to probably kill me because this movie is not on my list. But Caddyshack is good. It's just not as good, in my opinion, as the 10 before it. Now, Endless Summer in 1966, a documentary directed by Bruce Brown, gets my 3rd honorable mention. Now, Bruce Brown followed 2 surfers around, Michael Hudson and Robert August, all around the world, checking out great and famous locations to surf. And if you're a surfer, you will love this movie. It's actually the movie that kind of catapulted surfing into the mainstream. Now, if you enjoyed my top 10 list and want to see more of them, then hit the like button or share it with your friends, or better yet, just subscribe to my channel so you can discover the hidden gems of classic Hollywood along with me. And always remember,
I'll be back.